Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the greatest show on
Yes, the greatest
all of
show
social
on
media.
earth, right here, right here. Greatest showman, right here.
Exactly. I was about to say, I do have the greatest showman here with me. This is Yuki, of course. You know him, you love him. Talking all things SAPAC again for Theater Talk.
Actually, talking all things performing arts in general as
Exactly.
we head into the holidays, because I thought October was crazy with all the events.
Yeah, yeah.
December right now is pretty packed, and one of those shows is something we're going to highlight today.
Oh, okay. Well, first, I'm glad you started off with this because you mentioned all of the, just performing arts and just kind of the arts in general there. So let's talk about the mission of SAPAC and what y'all are all about.
Okay, so the mission of SAPAC is kind of unique when you think about it in the context of all the arts in San Angelo.
Uh-huh.
We're primarily a venue. So we are the, home field advantage for performing arts in San Angelo to put
Exactly.
on their performances. When you think about San Angelo Broadway Academy, the ballet, Twin Mountain Tonesmen, we're their home in San Angelo. And so our mission is to make sure that we maintain our facilities and provide the best location
Yeah,
for those performers to put on their productions.
yeah.
And in addition to that, our mission is to help enrich the overall uh, arts and culture and quality of life for San Angeloans.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Well, y'all are doing that. I mean, like you said, the facilities are absolutely gorgeous. I mean, when we talk about the Murphey Performance Hall, it's phenomenal.
Yeah, we're very lucky in San Angelo that a group of dedicated citizens came together in
Yeah.
2009 to form the Envision Coalition, and then formed the Performing Arts Coalition in 2012 to lead the fundraising to renovate the Old City Auditorium into
Yeah.
the Murphy Performance Hall, and also transform the old Coca-Cola factory into the Stevens Performing Arts Center.
Exactly, exactly. Okay, well, so speaking of that venue, there's some good stuff
Yes,
coming up.
there's some good stuff. The biggest show right
Yeah,
now on the calendar is STOMP, coming on Wednesday, 6 December. Tickets going pretty quick now,
yeah,
as we gain momentum into November.
yeah,
That's going to be just huge. This is the third time in San Angelo, um, and they always put on a magnificent show.
yeah. So much fun.
Yeah, because if you want to see Broadway level talent,
Hmm.
choreography, music, and I say music very loosely because it's music using, common household items.
Yeah, yes. So we actually have a video, so we're gonna play that, and then we'll talk a little bit more about it. All right,
Yes.
here we go. Here we go, everybody.
You heard it was a hit. You heard it was a smash. A wonder. A phenomenon. An international sensation. But you haven't heard them.
Yeah, so tickets are on sale now. Y'all need to go get them because I mean, talk about such a fun, unique, I mean, just an amazing show. Like you were saying, so much talent.
It is, and when
Yeah,
you enter the theater, it's really from the moment you enter until the end that they create they they take control of the entire sensation.
yeah,
Right? And it is a percussive performance with dance mixed in, and it is truly a monument to creativity. And it's been on going strong for over 30 years.
yeah.
And they just recently left Broadway, so the only place you can see them is on tour. And we're very fortunate to be one of the only locations in Texas hosting them on this national tour.
Yeah, I was about to say some of these shows they're getting, more and more rare to see the opportunities to see them. And, you don't have to drive, you literally can drive downtown to see it instead of driving to another city, or
Right.
even another state.
Yeah, 15 minutes in San
Yeah.
Angelo. Can't beat that, people.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Well, okay, so there are tons of other amazing shows and performances coming up
Yeah,
as well.
just this month alone,
Right.
right? This weekend we have Corey Asbury featuring Brenly Brown. That's going to be a amazing Christian faith-based performance. It's going to be a worshipful event. So if you're looking to get into the holiday spirit through your faith, come on out. The tickets are only $15 for that show, and
Yeah.
those are selling really quickly now too. We're over 700. I think we're going to reach 900 tickets sold by the weekend.
Wow. I mean, talk about a huge name. You know, if you listen to Christian music, that's like Corey Asbury is a huge name.
Right.
Here in San Angelo.
2018
Yeah.
worship record album of the year
Yeah.
with the Dove Awards, and also the song of the year with Reckless Love.
Uh-huh.
And Brenly Brown, she's no stranger to the arts either. She
Right.
was a semi-finalist on the 12th season of The Voice.
Mm-hmm.
So you got some amazing talent coming in to San Angelo this weekend.
Most-
And it's on a Saturday, and I know
There you
people
go.
are always looking for something to do on weekends.
Exactly. And like you said, it's such an affordable concert. We're talking about two big names for $15.
Yep.
That's amazing.
Yeah, can't beat it.
You really can't. You really can't. Well, something else we can't beat to get us in the spirit.
Yes.
The Nutcracker.
The Nutcracker.
Oh my goodness, I love it.
So the really great thing about the Ballet San Angelo is
Yeah.
every year they put on a new interpretation of the Nutcracker, right? So you're never going to see the same performance
Right.
twice.
Right.
And I think that's really special because you go to a lot of places and you might see the same thing over and over again. But this is always pushing the limits. So, you know, they've got live music, they've got digital graphics that they project onto the stage to enhance the experience. And the dancers are just amazing.
Yeah.
So you know, come out and celebrate that timeless holiday tradition of the Nutcracker.
Exactly.
You won't be disappointed.
Exactly. So yeah, so that's a little bit later, but before that,
Yeah, before that, so
we've got something else going
yeah,
on.
so if you're thinking about what to do in November, getting ready
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Thanksgiving, we got Corey Asbury, of course, this weekend.
Uh-huh.
On Sunday, right after his show, we've got the Angelo State Wind Ensemble putting on a
Yes.
free concert open to the public at the Brooks and Bates. Then the following weekend, we have San Angelo Broadway Academy's production of The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah. And when you say production, you are not lying because there's some surprises I think in store for us.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, there's gonna be some surprises. And I would just say, you know, they just did a tea party for The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
I think last weekend, and the costumes are amazing.
Oh, I bet.
You know, when you ever think about San Angelo Broadway Academy, you can always count on the production value to be very high. Just like with Phantom of the Opera, that was an amazing show back in May. You won't be disappointed with Wizard of Oz next weekend. Get your tickets now. That's another great affordable show because, like,
Yeah.
when you think about like inflation
Yeah.
and ticket prices among nonprofits have not risen at all in the last 3 years. I would hazard guess since the beginning of time, because they understand how important it is to make the arts accessible to as many people as possible.
Right, right.
So like San Angelo Broadway Academy, those tickets are $15. If you go to Angelo Civic Theater, those tickets are usually about $20. And you know, that's great value for the money from local artists.
Yeah, because I mean, like you said, we're talking about these costumes that are just out of this world, and the sets, they take so long to design and build, and I mean, there's a lot of time and effort going into each one of these productions.
Yeah, and I think, you know, when you think about just the rehearsals leading up,
Right.
a typical rehearsal time frame will span a month, and that's usually 5 days a week, 7 to 10 in the evening, plus a work day on Saturday. So you know, you have, and most of the actors and volunteers, the stage crew, are just that. They're
Yes,
volunteering their
volunteers.
time to put on an amazing production, and that's really how you get the costs pretty low for a local production
Right.
compared to a touring production, which would be a little bit more expensive because they've got paid actors, paid stage crews. They're bringing multi-million-dollar racks of lighting
Yeah,
usually
yeah.
for
Yeah.
to install into a stage. So, you know, the production value may be different, but it's just because, you know, a touring production, they're investing more
Yeah.
money, and they're going on multiple city tours.
Right, right. Okay, so what else is coming up? Because I mean, I know that's not it. Y'all are always up to something over there.
Oh yeah, so of course, you know, the symphony has its concerts coming up in its third symphony in December, the first weekend. We've got San Angelo Chorus. They have another concert coming up, and then we have a new musical group, the
Ooh.
the West Texas Symphonic Brass.
Okay.
So if you love the wind ensemble and you love brass, trumpets, French horns, trombones,
Yeah.
West Texas Symphonic Brass are a collection of professional brass musicians from like Midland, Odessa, Abilene, and San Angelo that are
Yeah.
coming together to put on a holiday concert right after the Nutcracker.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Because some of the same musicians who will be performing at the Nutcracker live will be the same ones doing the performance on that Monday following.
Exactly. Just getting us all Christmassy, ready to go.
Indeed, indeed. So, there's a lot of great opportunities this holiday season. I know
Yeah.
in addition to that, we've also got school concerts
Yeah.
planned for the holidays. So I'm sure we'll see a lot of families out there in our spaces too.
Yeah, most definitely. And so you mentioned, opportunities. There are a lot of ways for people to get involved and to help with these shows, to see these shows, to sponsor these shows, everything.
Yeah, so I think one of the greatest ways to look at the arts in any city is the economic from the economic aspect, right?
Yeah.
On one hand, it's a way of improving the quality of life, right? To help keep people in a city, and we give back because with the different types of shows that we bring in, we hope to bring in visitors from the surrounding communities, and we've brought people in from as far as Houston before.
Wow.
For a show, and it's really cool because then they stay overnight at one of our great B&Bs here, and they go to our restaurants and experience what San Angelo has to offer.
Yeah.
Then there's also, the educational component of the arts, because in the current age of information technology and electronics and science, technology, engineering, mathematics,
Yeah.
we like to see the arts as the vehicle for STEAM, the STEAM engine, where
Yes.
you add art and creative into that, what would otherwise maybe potentially a boring career field of just, robots and machine learning and artificial
Yeah.
intelligence. So, within a show production, for example, you'll have sound engineers, lighting engineers, construction engineers
Yeah.
working alongside the artists themselves, creating this really wonderful tapestry of arts and sciences merged together.
Exactly. So how's the best way for people to really get involved? I know you have opportunities for volunteers. What else? What else do you have?
Volunteering is usually the best way.
Yeah.
Either through us or one of the other arts organizations, we're always looking for volunteers. And if you have, for example, young people who may not want to be on stage in the spotlight, there's a lot of technical jobs out there too,
Right.
behind the scenes. Like the Wizard of Oz, they're going to have some rigging, so they're
Yes.
going to be able to fly some people. That's going to need, dedicated, focused
Yeah.
technicians to make sure that everything is operated safely, and and they get to see what it takes to make somebody fly.
I love it. That's a little hint for what you're going to see there, folks.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So yeah, I know, me too. There's so much good stuff coming up. And of course, I mean, all of this is on your website. Like you said, the tickets are available now for all these things.
Yeah, so I think we've got all the shows through December on our website.
Yep.
Probably in December you'll start seeing a lot more shows for next year coming up, because we got a pretty full season of rentals coming up. And it's just going to be another amazing season.
Yeah, I'm excited. Y'all are always doing something, having something fun over there.
And, when we think about San Angelo in terms of like-sized cities in
Yeah.
Texas, we're really lucky to have what we do. Being in the Army when I lived over in Killeen, we didn't have this. And that was
Right.
between Coppers Cove, Killeen, Harker Heights,
Yeah.
even Belton.
All those pretty big communities, and there still wasn't.
Right.
anything.
I mean, there's one community theater, Vive les Arts, there,
Yeah.
but when we think about symphonies and ballets, you'd be hard pressed to really find what we
Right.
have and the quality of what we have in that location.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, because we always talk about it, how much talent there is in San Angelo, in the Concho Valley, in West Texas, really. I mean, we've got a lot of great folks.
Yeah, and as we look ahead to when the highway comes through, I think
Yeah.
one of the key objectives or priorities moving forward for the art organizations is how do we kind of develop a strategic plan for the cultural arts moving forward, so that way we
Yeah.
become a destination
Right.
for people to come see the arts here, because we're providing something unique and special. And I think there's a lot of wonderful opportunities out there for San Angelo.
Most definitely. Well, Yuki, thanks so much for coming in and filling us in. Do you have any final thoughts or messages that you want to share with everybody?
Final thoughts and messages to share with the
He's
general
always
public.
got something up his sleeve, folks. So I don't know.
I think the main thing is, come out and support the arts.
Yeah.
Every art organization needs your support, whether it's through ticket sales, volunteering, help backstage, donations. Because if we want the things that we have to continue, we really have to invest in them now.
Right.
So that way they have the financial and support to continue into the next decade and beyond, because it's always a struggle. Being in the performing arts is a struggle, because sometimes it's hard to quantify and qualify when it comes to a person's time. And then this market driven by streaming platforms,
Right.
Movie and other distractions, we believe strongly in the impact that live performances can have to transform a person's life and make a community stronger. But sometimes it's hard to realize when we've got so many other things that we have to focus on in our day-to-day activities.
Exactly. Well, I can't top that, folks. The only thing I will say is go to their website, give them a call, visit them at the box office, get your tickets now. There's a lot coming up. You don't want to miss it. Yuki, thanks again for joining us.
Thank you. Yeah, and there's a lot of other cool things down the road. Just stay tuned.
There you go. Stay tuned. Until then, we'll see you next time.